My boyfriend is a psychopath, and he hid this fact from me for years. Part 2. Hey Jane, what's up? Hi Debbie. Nothing much. How are you? I'm okay. You've not called or texted in 2 days. I was worried and just wanted to check in on you. Thanks, Debbie. I appreciate it. I am okay. I will be better. I'm so sorry your relationship had to be ended like that abruptly. But I feel whatever happened was for the best. Why would you say that? Because it would have been stupid to sit and wait for him to do something horrendously psychopathic before you decided you had to run. Yeah, that makes sense. So, what led to the breakup? So, we met at the park a few days ago, and I told him that I believed him when he said he loved me. Okay. I told him that I wanted to make this relationship work, and he started getting defensive. He said he didn't see why our relationship needed any more working. OMG. Then, I told him I still felt it needed some mutual effort and that for us to be together again, there would have to be conditions as couple therapy and counseling for his childhood trauma. Wow. I am guessing this didn't go down well with him since you are saying he started to get defensive. No, it went badly. I also requested that he act nicely towards his employees as I didn't want to be with someone who treated people below him badly. What was his response? He immediately shut that down and said therapy was for idiots who didn't know how to control themselves. He also didn't understand why he needed to treat his employees better as they were incompetent. That's rude. I know. Did he get physically aggressive or angry? No. He didn't raise his voice, probably because we were in public, but his demeanor was aggressive. That's not right. That's completely unsettling. Yeah, I agree. So, what happened then? What led to the breakup after all? So he went on to say that I was calling him out on his behavior because of his diagnosis and that I was fine with him before. But that's not right, is it? He's wrong. In these past few weeks living apart, I have realized that I wasn't fine with him before. I was just excusing his actions. Oh, then? I told him as such and he got even more annoyed. He started to shift his place and touched his nose and hair and spoke pretty aggressively using gestures. Were you scared? I would be lying if I said I was not. I was wary of each movement of his. Tell me more. He then bluntly asked me why I wasted his time and made him come to meet me. I told him I was just trying to salvage our relationship and he just rolled his eyes at that statement. That must have been a turning point. Absolutely. He then told me that he can't believe he wasted all these years with me. He then left. That's bad. Could I have handled it differently? Sure. But I don't regret whatever happened. What's done is done now, and I have to move forward. What about all your stuff? I'll have to do it later and even get my name off the lease. You know, Jane, it's good that the breakup came from him. Rejecting therapy and calling it for idiots is a bigger red flag than hiding the diagnosis or the diagnosis in itself. Absolutely. I could not agree any more. You will move on and be better. I am so proud of you, Jane. Thanks. Please, Come and stay with me till you sort out your accommodation issue. Thanks so much. I guess I am gonna have to do that. There's something that is still bothering me about him. What's that? The reason his sister had asked him to get a diagnosis in the first place was because of his violence towards animals and the careless, almost gleeful way he was talking about it when I confronted him the first time about this issue. Seriously? When was he diagnosed? When he was 8, but his behavior started when he was around 8. He saw his dad kill his mom. Well, that's truly tragic and horrific for a child to see. Yes, he would suffocate the rodents or rats or squirrels, and then when they were almost out of breath, he would stab them repeatedly until they died. OMG, that's pretty disturbing. Yeah, he was so cruel towards the animals, although it was a thing long ago and he never intends to do it again. For a psychopath, being cruel is meaningless because they don't get affected by someone else's pain. Yes. A few days later. Hey, Debbie. Oh, hey, Jane. How are you? What's up? I'm great. I am good too. I miss Bob a lot. Ow, honey. I can understand. You guys have been together for so long. Yeah, it just ended in the blink of an eye. I could not even get proper closure. Did you guys talk? I called him this morning. I wanted to go get my stuff from his house. Oh, that's sad. He asked me to come over at a certain time. When I went there, he hugged me and said he missed me a lot. OMG, that's strange. Yeah, it was so unexpected. What did you say? I hugged him back too, and it felt so good to be that close to him after all the chaos and the confusion and the breakup. Jane, he was the one to break up. Yeah, but I feel I led him to it. How is that possible? Things were perfect for us. I found some stupid papers and started overthinking and questioning him. But you had every right to know about the diagnosis. You can't deny that. I agree. I think I am gonna have to give him another chance. What? No way. Yeah, why not? He could prove to be very dangerous. But he hasn't done anything to support that theory in the past. Why do you want to give him a chance to prove that theory correct? I know breakups are difficult and messy, and you can't stop thinking about your ex because you can't just stop caring or loving someone, but he's a different guy. You're right. I am maybe just too overwhelmed, and I don't want to do anything when I am so carried away by my emotions right now. Yes, please don't do anything impulsive. Please be safe. I will. Thanks, Debbie. How's your new apartment? It's the perfect 1 BHK apartment. I'm slowly building up my life again. Take this breakup as a blessing in disguise. I'll try to. Don't drink too much. I'm trying not to. Jane, I feel you should have stayed for a bit longer at my place. You're gonna be so lonely in a new place. I'll manage. I'll try to immerse myself in my books and work and in settling up my new house. Why don't you consider a pet? OMG, yeah. Why haven't I thought of this yet? Get a cute cat or dog, and you're gonna be on your way to healing in no time. A month later. Debbie! My poor butterscotch is missing. Huh? What are you saying? I am so heartbroken. Who saw him last? Bob did. What? Yeah, actually, we secretly got back together to give us one last chance. Uh, Jane? When? I know, I was stupid. Just a week ago. How and why? Well, we met at the park again while I was walking Butterscotch, and he displayed a keen interest in playing with him and spending time with him. Don't tell me you initiated this patch up. I did. Actually, we went with the flow. We came home from the park and then he stayed the weekend, so you can imagine. OMG. Okay. But the dog? Bob took him out for a walk this morning and he came back empty handed. Do you suspect him? I don't know. He was so attracted towards it and most affectionate. He came home feeling extremely low too. What was his explanation? He said he ran away, but he couldn't catch up with it. He broke free of his collar, and Bob couldn't keep up with it as it was a busy road. OMG, Jane! There is a news article about a brown, roughly 35 label spaniel in the paper. Is that butterscotch? OMG, yeah! What does this article say? It says last afternoon a brown spaniel was doused in a gasoline and set alight. A young city policewoman on her patrol hopped out of her car and doused the fire with her jacket. OMG, no way! I have not even registered a missing dog complaint. I'll speak with you later. Thanks so much for the information. You're welcome. A few days later. Hi, Debbie. Hey, where are you? I called you so many times asking about Butterscotch. Any update there yet? Bob killed him. The police opened an investigation and people said it was Bob. He regularly went to that same joggers park and his sketch was circulated and he was caught. That's so nasty. You guys were living together, right? No. He had not moved in with me. He would just visit and we were taking it very slow. Since Butterscotch went missing, Bob is ignoring my calls and texts too. Okay. Has the police caught him? Yes. I am too angry and sad and confused to go ahead and do anything. The authorities told me it was a gruesome act and he is going to serve for almost 25 years in jail. That's a long time. Serves him right. I am happy that he faced criminal charges including animal cruelty. Why don't you request to see him and ask him why he did this? I think he was following me and trying to understand my daily routine. Oh my God! Really? Yes. I felt pretty uncomfortable in the new house, and whenever I left and came back, I felt someone was watching me. Now I have a strong hunch it was him. There is no limit to this guy. He was so crazy. I guess he wanted revenge because I found out about his diagnosis. took a break which he never expected, and then found solace and happiness in my pet. How twisted could he get? I feel so safe now that such a man is behind the bars. Me too. I am so shocked and scared, but I am relieved he is now behind bars and I can live peacefully for 2 decades. Yeah, I am now gonna just focus on myself and go to a good therapist. It's so hard losing pets, although he was with me for just a month. Yeah, get all the support you can. Please don't even think of isolating yourself and handling this phase alone. You will end up feeling worse. I don't know. I am so shattered. I was barely moving on from the breakup, and now I also have to deal with the loss of a dead pet. It's terrible, I know. Maybe I should have left this place and gone instead of staying here and seeing how worse things can get. You can't keep running, Jane. You have your job, family, and friends here. Yeah, you're right. Maybe I instigated and unleashed this monster in him, and now I have to suffer forever. No, no way you have to suffer forever. Normally when I felt this way, I would text Bob and he would say something nice to calm me down, but he's gone forever now. Someone better would come along. This pathetic feeling will go away. This is actually the end of us. 5 years and gone. This is not a reversible decision. Why did you ever allow him back into your life? I missed him a lot. I thought I ended the relationship due to my foolishness and he deserved a chance. He manipulated you into being so miserable that you would ask him to come back. Yes. Now that I think of it, he played it well. He made me beg his attention and love because he showed me that the breakup and my absence from his life didn't matter to him. Absolutely, Jane. Breakups are bad for both parties involved, but he couldn't care any less. A few days later, there is one issue. What is it? I got pregnant. I just found out. What? This is so stupid, but when we got back together before Butterscotch went missing, we had sex and it was unprotected. Why would you do that? OMG! I can't raise a psychopath's child. You don't need to. We are not even together anymore. The kid will ask me about his father and I will say he is in jail till you turn almost 24. No, no. Please don't be under pressure to carry this pregnancy forward. You don't have to. Shit, Debbie. What's happening with my life? Look, honey, you are in such a vulnerable mood and situation right now. Please get rid of this pregnancy or you will be connected to Bob forever. I know. How? Wouldn't he come looking for you when his sentence is served? He can do anything if he is set free. 1 minute, Debbie. There is someone at the door. Who could it be? Beware. Yes. A few minutes later. Jane, are you okay? Just give me a thumbs up. Jane? Hello? Who came to your house? I'm sorry, but I am frankly afraid. It was Bob. Bob had broken free from the jail after killing an officer and ran out with an inmate as security. He came directly to Jane's house and assaulted her and ran away. Jane is currently admitted in a trauma center. Her pregnancy had to be terminated due to the strong medications she had to put on due to the injuries inflicted on her face and hands. And Bob is still on the run. He was a dangerous criminal now, a psychopath who showed his caliber. Investigations are on and he is going to be hunted down soon. Jane is going through the worst time in her life. She has Debbie by her side, of course. She will have to go through intensive therapy to get stable. Social isolation, loneliness, and associated emotional pain in psychopaths may precede violent criminal acts. They believe that the whole world is against them and eventually become convinced that they deserve special privileges or rights to satisfy their desires.